This is comes from near the beginning, where he's walking through parts of the factory he's never seen before. I was looking into what seemed at first sight to be some kind of canteen. It was full of tobacco smoke and men, but there was no furniture, so that the men sat or crouched or lay on the wet floor. The room was very large, like a long hall, and almost every square foot of the floor was covered by men. They all munched at sandwiches, and the air was full of the noise of champing teeth. Some were reading scraps of newspaper which looked as if they'd been picked up from the floor, holding them close to their faces in the dim light. I looked up to the high roof and saw that it was made mostly of a kind of frosted glass, which was so caked with streaks and patches of greenish dust or mould that very little light was let in. Ferns and all manner of fungi and lichens hung down from the upper parts of the walls, which ran with brownish droplets of water. And there were pipes, such pipes that I'd never seen in my life. They covered the walls, travelling in every possible direction, weaving and crisscrossing in dazzling patterns. They were of every conceivable size and pattern and colour. There were heavy pipes with big fat joins every few feet, like giant bamboo. Gregarious pipes mooching across the walls in gangs. Brisk, business-like shortest distance between 2 points pipes. Big rusty iron pipes with wide bolted flanges along them like rows of top hats. There were pipes which nipped off suddenly to right or left to speak to others perhaps for a moment before continuing on their original courses, and pipes which branched and branched and branched again for the sheer joy of multiplication and forgot where they were going and got lost. And there was one old pipe as thick as a man's thigh which traced its way carefully round 3 walls of the room, paying particular attention to the corners, only to turn back, retrace its steps completely and disappear sadly through the same hole in the wall from which it came. You could tell the old ones which were straight because they were there first, whereas the new pipes bustled irritably around all the others or wandered leisurely about, adjusting themselves as they went. There were green pipes, blue pipes, red pipes, pipes once painted white, and even a square pipe, and one that changed colour 3 times and then stopped halfway across a wall. And they were all dripping and streaming with condensation, and some with long stalactites hanging from them. That was one of my favourite passages there.